Hi, I'm Avery Davidson. Thank you for joining us for this special edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, the only TV show bringing Louisiana farmers and consumers together every week. Cleanup continues all across Louisiana after Category 4 Hurricane Laura made landfall in Cameron Parish early August 27th. It's the strongest hurricane to make landfall in Louisiana since 1856. Laura left a swath of destruction from southwest Louisiana up through Natchitoches to the Arkansas state line. This entire show is dedicated to bringing you the untold stories of damage to agriculture across the state. We begin where the storm made landfall, southwestern Louisiana, where Cameron and Calcasieu Parish farmers and ranchers prepared for the worst. Water splashes with each step these cattle take. In the distance behind them, you see a home damaged by wind. This one shot shows you what Hurricane Laura brought to Cameron Parish: water and wind. But it does not tell the whole story. For that, you need a lifelong resident.
I'm glad this picture made it.
Like Cameron Parish Farm Bureau President James Bozo Cox.
J.W. Carter Rice Plantation. That was back when the rice first came here. And you can see, looking at this just down here in this area, there's no trees.
This is where Cox's mother's home used to be. He just spent about $20,000 converting it into an office.
You know, it was built plenty to code. And we come here and you see it.
There's nothing to see because Laura's wind swept it away. You see where that wood is on the floor?
That was the wall. The door was over there.
Nearly nothing Cox has is where it's supposed to be, except his cattle.
This land right here, we're 21 foot above sea level.
He moved them here the Sunday before Hurricane Laura made landfall. Cox remembers that this land did not flood 15 years ago for Hurricane Rita.
And if this ridge goes underwater here, you can kiss Lake Charles and DeQuincy goodbye.
In the dry days before Laura's landfall, Cox cut and baled as much hay as he could.
We put it in this hay barn here that was in back of me because we just started putting hay in it, and we figured that was going to be a good place for it. All filled tubing with a roof. We're waiting to get underneath the hay. Everything's great. Well, we was wrong.
This is what's left. You can see where that oil field pipe collapsed.
We got the 2 tractors out this morning. My wife's car's still in there. I got to cut it out. My backhoe's in there and another trailer. You know, it's just, you know, it hit us with some stuff that we was not expecting.
1 o'clock, it started, and then it stayed pretty intense.
Calcasieu Parish Farm Bureau President Willie Danos says what he did not expect was that his house would remain in Laura's eye wall for 3 hours straight. During the storm, he and his son went into the attic to brace a wall that Laura was blowing inward.
Well, about an hour later, we went back again because we were getting substantial amount of water, more water coming in, and that's when the plywood started coming off.
This is just some of the damage Laura did to Danos' home. Danos also has cattle. The wind blew his hauling trailer into the backyard, not his, 4 houses down, and his hay barn suffered the same fate as Cox's.
There's not a barn left. These old barns, new barns, it was kind of non-discriminatory. It basically just took them all out. So the area took quite a hit in this Iowa, the blue area.
Most everything with a tin, that was a metal structure, it's either gone or demolished or just about beyond repair.
These pine trees help tell the story of the wind. Each of them snapped in half, not twisted like in a tornado, but snapped. While timber is not a big ag industry here, farmers do grow rice in Calcasieu and Cameron parishes. The farmer did not get to finish harvesting in this field in Cameron Parish before Laura hit. Most did, like in this field right at the Calcasieu-Cameron Parish line. But even harvested rice put away to dry in a bin was not safe from Laura.
Some of the farmers had some tops pulled off of their bins, so it's quite a shame that they went through the expense of making this crop, harvesting the crop, and then now it's in the bins, and I'm just not sure what type of coverage they have on that.
And with power lines and poles lying flat on the highways, even the bins still standing do not have power to run the fans needed to dry freshly harvested rice.
If it wasn't dry and you have no power, you got to get air moving through it or else it's going to all be stack burnt.
Both Danos and Cox know the only way to stay in agriculture in southwestern Louisiana is to learn from each storm.
Take good notes of what happened and what you could have done to lessen it, which we did for Rita, so that helped some. And if you don't want to do that, I hate to say it, pack your stuff and leave, because we are going to be continually facing with this. It's a challenge.
Both Cox and Danos have places to stay while they salvage what's left in their homes and of their homes.